It's already kind of late, but better late than never, so here's my NaNoWriMo Wrap-Up. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kat and I write children's fiction. This year I participated in NaNoWriMo for the very first time, and I have been documenting my progress a bit here on YouTube and also on Twitter. And now I just wanted to give you a small wrap-up, and also I wanted to talk about the habits that I established during NaNoWriMo and that I would like to continue in my normal day-to-day writing routine. I really enjoyed doing NaNoWriMo. I was a bit of a NaNoWriMo rebel, so I actually didn't have the goal to reach 50,000 words in November. Instead, I aimed for around 23,000 words. And spoiler alert, I'm gonna say it right here, I didn't hit my word count. I think I landed at about 20,000 words at the end of November, but I still really enjoyed the experience. I enjoyed being so energized by this whole project. I loved that everyone in the writing community was just in the phase of creating something at the same time, and I really think that this motivated me to write a lot. Let me tell you now a bit more where it all went wrong, which is putting it very dramatically, because again, I'm actually extremely happy with my writing progress. I think I might have already mentioned this in a previous video, but I think I definitely just lost some steam later in the month. So on days 1 to 10, I wrote an average of 1,358 words each day. On days 11 to 20, I wrote an average of 447 words a day. And on days 21 to 30, I only wrote 51 words on average each day. The reasons for that was just honestly that I was kind of tired and I had a lot of stress from work. And honestly, also I think just a lack of ideas, because I'm a pantser, so I didn't have a clear idea in the beginning of the story where I wanted it to go. I just had a few scattered ideas here and there, and I just spent most of NaNoWriMo just figuring out ways of fitting my ideas together and also coming up with some new ones, but ultimately it just wasn't enough. But then again, I almost have a complete book, and I didn't have that in the beginning of November, so I'm still extremely happy with the progress I made. Now I would like to talk a bit more about the habits that I picked up during NaNoWriMo and that I definitely would like to continue in my day-to-day writing life outside of NaNoWriMo. One is definitely tracking my word count. I built a very simple word count tracker for myself, and I actually did track my words there every single day, and honestly it added not even a minute to my daily writing schedule, but I feel like it motivated me so much to just, first of all, not have this little word count tracker show me a 0, and also secondly, it motivated me to write on when I was stuck. There's just something so satisfying about seeing that word count tracker jump to the next rounded number. So, you know, if I wrote only 290 words that day, I would push myself to write 300, and then usually of course I would end up writing much more. So this is definitely a habit I want to continue. Habit number 2 that I would like to continue in my daily writing life is that I will write on my lunch break. I had my most consistent writing sessions on my lunch break by far. For example, in days 21 to 30, I didn't write on my lunch break that much, and you can definitely see the effects of that. I think it's just that I'm already on my laptop, I'm already in the mindset of not allowing myself to slack off, and also I have a time constraint when I write on my lunch break. Plus, it's something that happens every day from Monday to Friday, so it's just a very predefined time slot of when I can write. And I think all those things combined just helped me to write very consistently during that time, and this is definitely something I want to continue. Not every single day, but maybe I will just, arrange some, I don't know, antisocial Wednesday or whatever, or I will just find some days of the week where I'm just gonna eat in front of my laptop and use that time to write. Habit number 3 that I'm definitely going to continue for the rest of my writing life and maybe also my life in general is just to chill a bit more, say no to perfectionism, and just give myself permission to prioritize writing over other things. The next habit that I would like to continue in my day-to-day writing life outside of NaNoWriMo is that I will write on even if I have no idea where my story is going. Most of my writing ideas just kind of come to me as I write. So many times I actually find next elements of the story while connecting elements that I've already written. And that can only happen if I give myself permission to write, and moreover, if I push myself to write, even if I don't really have any ideas, because eventually I will have ideas, and if I will have to delete a few hundred, maybe even a few thousand words to get there, that's still better than just sitting around and waiting for inspiration, which is never going to happen. Habit number 5 that I definitely want to continue is to work with placeholders. What I mean by writing with placeholders is that whenever I'm really stuck in a scene, so let's say I already thought about this for 5 minutes and I just can't figure out how to move forward, I just put myself a placeholder in the document. So I just kind of write transition needed, or side character needed, or clue needed, or whatever, and I just move on with the story, and that placeholder is future Cat's problem. And let me tell you, usually things do work out because, as I already mentioned, things kind of connect for me and fall into place as I write more and more, and this way I'm just way more efficient and I can move way faster than before. Part of this is also that I have 2 documents open at all times. So one is the document where I write everything that happens in linear fashion, which is basically my first draft, and then the second document that I have open is just a document where I can drop random ideas at any point in time. So let's say I figure out a clue in my linear document, and that will trigger something later on in the story, and I have the idea to write it right there and then. I will just pop that into the second document, and then I already have the scene ready to go whenever I reach that actual scene. And this is kind of how I bounce back and forth, and it allows me to have a relatively clean first draft while also just have a place to park my ideas as they come to me. And I find that this helps me to move very efficiently. Okay, so this is all I got for today. I hope this was still interesting, even though NaNoWriMo has already passed. But again, as a summary, I didn't make it, but I'm still so glad that I participated, because I had this idea in the back of my mind for so long already, I think for almost a year. And this way I could just have a first draft, even if it's just part of a first draft, and even if I still have to figure out so many clues. I just found it's a very effective way for me to write, and again, I just really love the community aspect. I think it was so cool to see how active the community was on Twitter. I mean, there were hundreds of tweets every hour with the hashtags NaNoWriMo or NaNoWriMo 2019. And everybody was just so sweet and supportive. Whenever I tweeted something about my nano journey, people were so nice, complete strangers, cheered each other on and told each other that they're doing great. And I just think it's really like a fresh breath of air on the internet to have a community that is so kind and so supportive. And of course, I also want to thank all of you who have commented on my videos or who have watched my videos. I really appreciate you so much, and actually today I just hit 150 subscribers, and it just blows my mind that 150 people would listen to my ideas, watch my videos, and invest your time to spend time with me. So I really appreciate it, and I really hope that you enjoy these videos, and I really hope to see you in my next video. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really mean it, and I will see you next time. Bye!